Hello and welcome and good morning. Once again, my name is Bonnie, aka April, and it is a pleasure to have you spending this with me. I definitely want to talk about this topic. I'm super excited because of everything that's going on out there. It's so extremely stressful, emotional, and so we're gonna talk about emotional wellness. Now, I without a doubt know that there's so many things out there going on right now that are upsetting us and stuff like that, and we're gonna gain control. And please stick with me. Comment below any questions or anything like that. I love engaging with you guys. It's super exciting. But you know, with us together, it just opens up so many doors. And my prayers go out to anyone that are suffering and that's in pain in any way and in any manner. I would like to also say that you're spending your time with me, and I want you to get something out of this. I mean, but we're going to do this emotion. I'm going to also show you how to kind of, at the end, how to gain a little control of your emotions if, you know, your emotions are getting carried away with you. So, please stick around. And I thank you so much for your support, and, you know, and we learn from each other, and we can, you know, always benefit from that. We fill each other's gaps and stuff, so it's super exciting. But anyway, number one, we need to watch what we eat, especially because if you notice, we start eating that junk food out there, you know, our energy goes away, and even our emotions will get away with us, and stuff like that. I mean, we got to give back to our body. I mean, we put our body through so much that it can strike back at you for sure. And you know, number one, I got to tell you this. Number one. Supplement that we all need to be taking, of course, you know, vitamin C, but this magnesium, sorry, not omega, magnesium. I take 5 milligrams, so I take 1,000 milligrams a day. And the thing is that there's 89% of Americans that have magnesium deficiency, that and you don't even have any signs. It can take 20 years before you have any side effects. So 89% of Americans have this deficiency. So, and it's not going to hurt to take it at all, even if you're not. You know, you're going to get energy out of it, and your metabolism will even spike and stuff like that. And once you start putting this into your diet, and you will experience a really deep change. And it's like it's a wonder vitamin out there. And essential oils, you know, essential oils helps us so much with our emotions. But if we don't eat right, our body is just not going to keep giving to us while we keep taking and taking and taking. So definitely, you know, start introducing your body to some magnesium. And I mean, there's even our children that are already, before they even get to 20, their iron deficiency, their magnesium deficiency, they eat in the food that our body is just not used to breaking down. So eventually, I mean, you know, in time, it's, you know, we're going to pay the price when we get older. So, and I'm almost 50, so and I'll share at the end of this movie, or end of this video, if you're still with me, a little bit about myself. But to get to the balance of our life and our emotional stress and everything, and we are always trying to control everything out there that's around us, and sometimes we do it just out of pure our subconscious. I mean, it's not, we don't know no better or don't know no different of how to handle a situation, you know. And a lot of times we are also, when we are in flighter mode, it's not good. That's where all the cancers come from and stuff. If we're constantly stressed, then our immune system goes down, and I have suffered from every immune illness out there, and I have, by the grace of God and just doing what needs to be done, I don't suffer from that anymore. Occasionally, I can see like my skin, because I have lupus. It comes and it goes. It's really insanely crazy. But anyway, if we can find control in our breathing, our breath, and there's many videos out there, and there's many different ways to start, you know, like rhythmic breathing. I'm going to introduce this to you along with the energy psychology I'm going to help you with, that, you know, when you're upset or whatever. I'm going to show you how to do that, because we have pressure points throughout our whole entire body, and a certified massage therapist back in 1999. But anyway, so when I seen this, I study psychology. I'm on my fourth year, and when I seen all this new science with energy psychology, energy psychology, I was like, oh my God, you know, I really already know this stuff, but I really wish I had it even more when I was, when I had my clients. I had a lot of Vietnam vets with missing limbs, you know, and stuff like that, and bless their hearts and everything. But when we find balance in our breathing and we get control of our breathing, especially when we're in flighter mode, we're holding our breath, and when we're upset and we're angry, our brain isn't getting the oxygen it's supposed to, and you can black out. Like when you even get in a fight, you black out. You don't remember the beginning, or you don't remember the middle, and you remember the beginning and you remember the end, or however it might be. Your body is shutting down on you, and it's not good to black out in any case whatsoever, because cells get damaged, and of course, if we're constantly stressed every single day, our body cannot replace the cells that have died, because our cells die daily, you know. So when you give back to your body will get that extra charge. And there's I've even taught this to my grandchildren, and at the beginning it's a little hard for them, because, you know, our lungs are like muscles. If we're not working our muscles in our lungs, you know, I don't suffer from COPD anymore, which I was born with that, and I was a pretty sick baby when I was born, but that's another story we'll get to later. But once you do this rhythmic breathing in any manner, it could go through your nose, your mouth. I do a lot of it for my lungs, because of course I quit smoking for 3 months, and now I'm kind of sort of smoking again. But I have, it's an emotions, you know, any addiction, it's a suppressed emotion that you keep suppressing and you're not letting out. And that's one thing. It's, when it comes to, Shirley, when it comes to, yeah, I got a little bit of notes here so I can stay on track with you guys, so I don't waste y'all's time or anything like that, and you get something from this. But anyway, it's super cool. Once you get the control of the breathing, you'll realize things around you, they might, you know, they're not going to change overnight, you know. And once you start doing this, you'll see things happening around you, and then later you'll think about it and you'll be like, you know, I remember I could have made a whole big mess out of the situation. And you've gotten control of yourself. When you get control of your breathing and you give back to your body, you got control of yourself, and you're not out of control. Depression leaves you. Any kind of emotional illness will begin to fade. But you have to do the work. I get away with my meditation occasionally, and it shows. And I stay in the, and I'm not forcing this on anybody, but our God's a jealous God, so I daily give Him my attention, my undivided attention, and if I miss it, it just seems like I've let the door open by not doing so, and things might crash in on me all at one time, and it's like, whoa, I wish I could press that rewind button and go back and wake back up again, But we all have this, and in time, I want to express where I've come from and give you hope that there is hope out there, there's faith out there, and that we don't have to choose or settle for the suffering, and that obviously a lot of times we create for ourselves, and I do have to warn you too that maybe our deep loved ones and stuff like that, we've been stuck in the past. We still have the past every now and then that people try to throw on us, and you got to remember, if you notice the change in yourself, don't give up. The other people, if they keep on, thinking they think that they know you, and they no longer know you anymore, which, if you're not changing from year to year, then that's like I would say you're the Walking Dead. And it's the same patterns over and over and over again, especially after 7 or 8 years. That's just way too long, especially if you're even with someone. And I'm not telling you to go out and break up with them or whatever. But if you've exhausted yourself to the point where you've lost yourself, and it just seems like this pattern keeps slapping you in the face, you have to remember that them people are stuck in their past as much as they're stuck in your past. You've moved on, you ain't suffering. And it's the thing is, if we stay stuck in the past and we have guilt and we have these emotions, they affect our organs, and it can kill you. I had so much guilt. I had doctors preparing my family for my funeral, and it put me in the ground a long time ago, and it was like 8-9 years ago. So, no matter what a doctor tells you, don't listen to it. Just take it in, and then you have to get rid of it. You can't just settle for that, because there's so much greater out there, to doing it. I mean, if I listened to a doctor, I would have been in a wheelchair over 10 years ago, and definitely in the when I was 20, they told me I'd be in a wheelchair within 10 years, and I refused to accept that. And if it comes, it comes. It's fine. I'm still going to be okay. I'm still going to be fine. Everything will be great, and it's just life is constantly changing. That's what it's all about. It's about the journey. So, I wanted to get to this really quick, because I know if you're still with me, stay with me for 15 minutes, and I don't want to, you not get anything out of this. So, first of all, we're going to do the pressure points, because that's really, really quite interesting. If you can't stop crying and stuff, just like I tell my children, just, you gotta breathe. Stop holding your breath. Take a deep breath. Breathe a couple times. And then say these words. And a lot of you probably already know this. You say these words to yourself. It doesn't matter who it is, to yourself, or, if you're beating yourself up at any time, say, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you, and say it like at least 3 times. For myself, I say it 3 times. So, by the time you get to love, you know, the first time, you already feel it. It's transforming. And by no means do not hold in your crying, because every time we cry, it shows us, it heals us. Every time we cry, it's got a different chemical, and we heal from it. So, anyway, cry, get it done with, move on. And if you can't gain control of that, I mean, you know, there's things that we can do, you know, and start saying these words to yourself. And to start off with, it's right here. And you can put your own style in it. But saying these words, and you might have to do it a couple times, but doing this will shift you back to the moment, not the past, not what somebody said to you, or somebody's opinion of you, or anything like that, or this scare that's going on, you know. Maybe we'll go ahead and we'll use that, even though I'm scared, you know, but you can fill in the blank. It could be like, even myself today, even though I feel a burden to others, you know, I'm going to be okay, I'm okay, you know. But anyway, let's start this real quick, because I'm telling you, you're going to feel this. You might even get some goosebumps or something like that, like a goosebump, you know, spirit hiccup or whatever. But anyway, let's get to this, and I'm so glad that you spend some time with me. But we can start like this. Go. Even though, and you repeat it twice, even though I am scared, I'm going to be okay. I'm okay. And then your next one is right at the top of your head. And you'll feel it. You feel it. By then, you know, it should be shown. Yeah. Even though I am scared, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Then there's your temples. You say the same thing. Even though I'm afraid, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. And underneath your eyes, even though I'm scared, I'm going to be okay. I am okay. Right here, even though I'm scared, I'm going to be okay. I am okay. Now, this is going to be a little different. You got a little collarbone right here. You just take your two fingers and you're going to tap right here on your collarbone. And it's going to be just a little bit different. Same verse. Even though I am scared, I'm okay. And I'm going to be okay. I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. It's the only difference is the end. Now, after you're right here, you got a little solar plex right in here. And it kind of hits where your heart is. Your heart's just a little bit over. And you're going to hit that right there. And you're going to say, I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. Even though I am afraid, I'm okay, and I'm going to be okay. I'm sorry, thank you, and I love you. Take a deep breath. Hold it a little bit. Exhale it, maybe another. And inhale and hold it. And exhale. And take it at your own pace. You've got to do it again. If you go for 5 or 10 minutes and you start crying again or something like that, do it again. It means that you need to do it again. And this even works with fears. It works with whatever wrong thing is being drilled into your head that's not true. It's just like, you may feel like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm a burden to other people, and I know that's false narrative or whatever, but whatever, someone might have said something to you that you can't get rid of, and I'm really pretty good. I mean, I've been doing this for myself for 4 years now. I'm pretty darn good at letting things go, but when loved ones say hurtful words to us when they're angry, they may not remember it, but we do. And I'm even, it took me over a month to literally get over something that a loved one had said to me out of anger. And it's been, I'd say maybe 3 weeks since I've even thought about it, which, thank God. I mean, I lost some sleep over it and stuff like that the first month, and I would just kept working on it. I was meditating every single day. I didn't miss a day because I knew I needed it, and it really impacted my emotions. It impacted me, and it's good. It's a part of the journey, and sometimes we need a simple reminder. Okay, you know what? You forgot this. Now you need to apply it, and that's when we fill each other's gaps, and when we remind each other of this stuff. I've gotten quite silent, because sometimes we don't choose our words, and people take it the wrong way, and they get what is that word I'm looking for? But anyway, offensive, like automatically offensive, because even families. I mean, that's family quarrels and stuff like that, and we tend to subconsciously hurt our loved ones. And especially when we hurt our loved ones, and we know for a fact, subconsciously in our mind, that it doesn't matter what we do to this person's always going to love us. And then it becomes, we become the punching bag for them. And they may not even realize that. And that's the thing, is that we have to, maybe start lowering the words that we say to ourselves, or say to others, for that matter. I mean, watch our words. I mean, if we're saying this stuff to ourselves, if we keep chanting it in our heads, we're going to start believing it, and the body's going to react that way. It's going to affect an organ, and next thing you know, you got kidney failure, and you're like, where did that come from? And you're like, that came from a long time ago, and But anyway, my little birds are chit-chitting. I thought someone was knocking at the door. But anyway, if you're still with me, I want to thank you so much. And if you want to stick with me for the next 10 minutes, I'll tell you a little bit about where I came from. I was born legally deaf. And I believe, and I forgot about this up till like 3 years ago. I mean, I went through most of my life forgetting this. And I went in for surgery while I was in kindergarten. And it was when I went to kindergarten, they realized that it was like that. And I could hear, and that's really crazy, because I'm almost 40 and I'm starting to remember my childhood. It's really neat, because I lost my memory. I got in a car wreck really, really bad. I even lost parts of my children's memory. Remembering my children, what we did together. I even lost that for a long time. I lost parts of the years, raising my kids and stuff, and even then, my soul told me that there's got to be something that I did that I couldn't handle, especially at that time, because sometimes we feel like we're such cruel people, and we beat up on ourselves, and, life's just too hard to live. And if we keep thinking that way, eventually the body's going to start getting ill. It's going to break down. It's going to tell you that, that it's too painful for this person to live, so the brain is going to start affecting the body and slowly start killing you. So, and that's exactly what ended up happening to me. But at that time when I lost my memory, it it was protecting me, that accident that I had, that head injury that I had. I even had one when I was a little girl. My head went through a windshield. So I used to be on seizure medicine. I've not taken that, and I can't even count how many years. And I haven't had an episode or anything like that. Thank you, Jesus. I mean, just by the grace of God, these things vanish, and it's truly about the experience. And then in 2016, they did a scan, and they were like, you're healed. There's no damage in the head or in the brain or anything like that. And it made sense because I used to have a learning disabled problem in school, and especially after my head went through a windshield when I was a little girl. But anyway, what was I getting to? See, I do this sometimes. But it's a part of the experience. And when I got my memory back, and I even every now and then, still now, get these memories, and I'm like, whoa, yeah, now I remember that. Something will trigger that memory, and I'm like, but I remember a lot of things that it's no wonder God took, or that happened and took that memory from me, because I wasn't stable enough mentally during that time to handle the guilt as it was. I mean, I already had the guilt, but I didn't know exactly where all of it was coming from. And like I had said already, I was dying from guilt. I was hospitalized. I was extremely sick. But anyway, I just like to share some of this with you until I get my whole biography together, and then share the whole thing, so that you have faith and realize. And you know what? I'm here. There's new links coming out and stuff like that. I am here. I don't charge any money or anything like that to, share energy or anything like that. So I mean, it's super. I just want to help everyone and give people some hope, and spread my faith and my energy to all of y'all. And like I said before, thank you so much for joining me in this time, and my prayers are with you. And thank you for your subscriptions and shares and likes. There's many out there. I've seen some of my videos being shared to some of the groups that I'm in. It's really cool. Thank you so much. And I don't see who's subscribed to my channel. I can't see that. Maybe I'm just missing a step and don't know who y'all are. But I thank you so much, y'all. And please feel free to contact me. Email below. I do have a website. I'm broadening my horizon, more skill, with the computer. And I'm working with some very, very, very successful people. And like I've said before, you got to step up the ladder. You can't fly. You got to start somewhere, and then just glide and let it see where it takes you. But some wonderful people I'm working with. They're super wonderful. You know who I'm talking to out there. I know that 2 of you have been listening. And but anyway, thank you so much, and I'm so excited to meet some more of people out there, and I hope that I can get a really good group to work with. I'm looking for some of my spirit family out there. But anyway, you can get me even on my Facebook. Same thing. It's a group, just the name that's right here, Life Changing Grace. Same thing at my group page on Facebook. And I look so forward to meeting some more of you. It's a pleasure. I've met so many wonderful people. You know, technology isn't all that bad, but, you know, we have to have our balance. Technology is just like a drug. I mean, once you feel like you're being sucked in or whatever, you got to have that balance, you know, just like a phone's got to be plugged in. We got to be plugged into nature, not electronics, you know. They do affect us. And anyway, remember, family. I'm praying our families come together out there and continue to come together. And I pray and I hope that the ones that are falling apart, that you know, the Lord's got them. And all, I've heard some stories like that. And let's get in a medium here. And I have some saved videos, if you look in my videos, from, can't remember his name, but I save other people's videos, and I put them in with mine in a category and stuff like that. So you guys can look at that and check that out. I think it's those 3 little lines. If you push that when you come to my page, then you'll find the whole selection. I have 23 different levels or different categories and stuff like that. And until later, you guys stay safe, stay joyful, do whatever you can to stay joyful, happy, and be there for one another. And just pray for everybody, you know, that is lost, or maybe be over dramatic. So many out there over dramatic about this flu or this virus, whatever. Don't be so into the media.